Lion.
Yeah.
So, welcome Yafa and friend.
Olga here.
Hi.
Nice. Good to see you. Hi, Papa.
Hi. Shalom.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
So. In time for the metabolism.
Glad you ladies were able to make it finally. I'm sorry for the long trip. We just heard from Christina about skincare, and it's recorded, so you'll be able to see it. And we're not having a big break for lunch because we got started really late because of traffic. So just grab what you want and bring it in, and we're just going to keep going. So do you think it's recording? Yes, we're recording. Okay, great. So my name is Abigail Safir, and many of you know me. And so we're going to talk now about metabolism. We've talked in individual groups and individually in the WhatsApp groups about collagen, about the MetaPower pack, right? And so I'll just say one interesting thing about collagen. We need collagen everywhere in our body, and our body produces it. But as we get older, we tend to be eating not as good. Our system is not as young. It's getting strained, and so we lose our collagen production. Over 40, it decreases significantly, and over 60, it just drops. Mm-hmm. So this is something that is very difficult for vegetarians to deal with. Now, raw vegans will have a much better success at continued collagen production in the body, but most of us are not raw vegans. I've been a vegetarian for over 18 years now, and so for me, it was really hard, the idea of taking collagen, but I have a lot of pain in my body with joints and muscles and the fascia. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna have to do it. It's gonna be my medicine. I'm not gonna eat fish, but okay, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. So I'm 1 week in. I'm just only 1 week in, and I have to say that my sleep is like a completely different person.
Oh my gosh.
I have never slept so well in my life. I've never slept well. I always toss and turn because of the pain my whole life since I was a kid. It's very hard to get the door open now. Somebody can help her. And so in this last week, it's almost like I lost time. Because when you wake up during your sleep, you become aware of your surroundings, and then you go back to sleep. And so I have this very brand new experience of going to sleep and then waking up in the morning. And I feel like, where am I? Because I have to get up now, but I usually have woken up a few times. Anyways, it's been very, very interesting. I'm very glad for that. And a lot of people that I've talked to say their sleep is immediately improved. Wow. And I can testify to that. So we need the collagen. Our fascia is about 80 to 90% collagen. The fascia covers the entire, it's a layer of tissue with nerves that covers the entire body, encases it. So when our fascia is, getting all knotted up, and we're having all this, when you have surface pain, it's usually the fascia. If you have you get sensitive skin sometimes when you're not feeling great, and it hurts to touch, it's the fascia. Joints, muscles, cartilage, teeth, bones, everything is affected by collagen. So it's something that we greatly need, whether we're eating the meat or we are taking the collagen. So one interesting thing I can tell you also is my mother was vegetarian for a very long time, with rare times that she would eat a little bit of meat here and there. And so because of different health issues, she went through this really big journey of, doing the herbs and the essential oils and the supplements, and then she just had some problems that she could not overcome at all. And so she stopped everything and went to a carnivore diet. And she's just using the essential oils for topically, for some digestion issues, with skincare and everything, right? And so what did her iToby report say this month? She doesn't need MetaPower.
Interesting.
Because
Yeah.
she's eating
Because
carnivore.
she's eating keto, so she's almost
Yeah.
exclusively carnivore, with just a little tiny bite of, Betty's fruit or some kind of carbohydrate. Now this is a very temporary solution because her body could not use glucose for energy, and she's had a sugar problem her whole life.
Wow.
And so this is why she went here, to force her body to start doing keto. We need that balance of keto and glucose, and keto and glucose, and that's why a balanced diet usually helps our body do that. Another good thing from the MetaPower is people with type 1 diabetes are using less insulin. They're not having to adjust for big meals. And this is a huge thing for insulin users. Huge, whether you're type 1 or type 2. But even to see any kind of positive effect in type 1 diabetes is almost unheard of. It's very, very difficult. So I'm trying to get my sister on it, which would be amazing. But today we're going to talk about really the metabolic system, the other side of the MetaPower pack, because the collagen is pretty prosciutto. That's pretty easy to understand, but we don't all really get what the metabolic system is about. Metabolism, okay, I'm fat, I'm skinny, it's working, it's slow. We kind of that's where what we think of when we think of metabolism. So this is our logo, our team logo, the Naturally Rooted, for anyone who doesn't know, and this is our YouTube channel, DO_naturally rooted. So you can just look that up in the YouTube channel and it will come right up. So what is metabolism? The metabolic system is very complicated and it's very related to all of the other major body systems. The metabolic system itself is a set of biochemical processes that is occurring. So it's not an organ, it's a whole system that's working together with other systems. These systems include a wide variety in the body: conversion of food into energy, breaking down molecules for cellular function, getting rid of waste products from the body. This is all your metabolic system, not just weight gain or weight loss. Energy metabolism, generating and using the energy. So which kind of energy? Keto or glucose? Carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism. So when you say metabolism, it's about generating and using the energy. So protein metabolism, how you're generating and using the energy from the protein you eat. They're regulated by the hormone system, by enzymes, and they play a crucial role in maintaining overall metabolic balance and homeostasis in the body. Homeostasis being the balance. And when you come into balance, you're not out of balance in any of the systems or functions of the body. Lavender is a good plant to use to bring yourself into a homeostasis state. So the set of chemicals, biochemical reactions that occur within a living organism maintain life. And these reactions are responsible for processing nutrients and converting them into usable energy that power various body systems. So when the metabolic system is functioning, we're going to have accurate and good energy production, efficient energy production. We're going to have appropriate fat storage and mobilization. So it's not being stored in little pockets here and there, and we're like, where did that come from? But we're able to use it for energy. Regulate the hormone levels to help to regulate the endocrine system. Our endocrine system cannot work properly without the metabolic system. Waste elimination, overall health. Now, some of the things that we can see in our bodies when we're out of order, the metabolic system, is heart disease, diabetes, obesity, organ dysfunction, developmental delays, and impaired growth. So, one of the first outward signs in the body that you can see of a dysfunctioning metabolic system is an increased waist size.
Oh,
Increased
waist
circumference. So as our metabolic system is working better, even if you might not be super skinny, you're going to see your waist shrinking. Can anybody see my waist shrinking just a little bit?
Yeah, you've been good, girl.
That's a little bit. Okay, so here are the partners with the metabolic system. Your digestive system, circulatory system, endocrine, respiratory, and muscular system. None of these can work properly without the metabolic system.
Thank you.
So your digestion. The metabolic and the digestion system work hand in hand to provide necessary nutrients and energy for the body's function. And any disruption of either of these processes, just for digestion, you're going to have a huge effect on your overall health. Just that. So for instance, metabolic disorder can impact digestion, nutrient absorption, and lead to malnutrition and other complications. They're integral to each other, and they ensure the proper breakdown and absorption and utilization of the nutrients for energy and for various biochemical processes in the body. You're going to see there's not one of these that you can do without. Our metabolic system is absolutely key to our, not just our general health, but all these very, very important systems, functioning systems. The circulatory system and metabolic system have a significant impact on each other's functioning. They're so closely intertwined that each system relies on the other to properly function. The circulatory system delivers nutrients and oxygens to cells, as we know, and so also in turn supports the metabolic system. So they need each other. The metabolic system produces the energy required for the circulatory functions. Lifestyle factors such as exercise can significantly influence the cardiovascular health. So anything that we do to support cardiovascular health is going to also support the metabolic health, and vice versa, with everything. So the metabolic system, the endocrine system, have complex and interconnected relationship. This is a little bit more interesting because here you're going to see the endocrine system really greatly affects the metabolic system, more so than the metabolic affecting the endocrine system, although it necessarily needs it. So the endocrine system regulates the metabolism in the body. So we have our metabolic system that also needs to be balanced and regulated, and that's the endocrine system's job. It provides the necessary energy and nutrients for hormone production and regulation. Disruptions in either system can have significant effects on the other, leading to various metabolic and endocrine disorders. It's important to maintain the healthy lifestyle, including the balanced diet, regular physical activity, and support optimal function of both of these systems. So the interplay between the systems is hormone regulation of metabolism, between insulin and glucagon, leptin and ghrelin regulate, and I expanded this so that, because I don't know if anybody's, including myself, familiar with leptin and ghrelin effect in the body. Yeah, it regulates appetite and energy balance, also suppresses appetite when needed, increases energy and expenditure, stimulates hunger and decreases energy expenditure. So that balance that we need, when we need it, when we don't need it. We shouldn't be hungry when we have enough food. We shouldn't be not hungry when we need to eat. And also cortisol levels. And cortisol is coming from the adrenal glands. And the adrenal glands the adrenaline, you can have so much expenditure that it cannot produce enough cortisol to fill up again. And so this is another place where you can just lose energy, and you might not know why. Just all of a sudden you can't walk up the stairs, you have no energy to dress yourself or to move. It maybe even takes, I can't even speak. It's so much energy to even move your lungs to breathe. So cortisol is very, very important, and even teenagers can suffer from a lack of cortisol, and this is really from improper stress regulation, whether through lifestyle, diet, or mental disorders. My 17-year-old daughter has been diagnosed with so many things like depression and PTSD and ADHD, and her stress level is always through the roof. And so the last ITOV test said her cortisol is way out of balance. And she just has no strength also.
Yeah.
Honey, come do this with me. I can't even walk up the stairs. And it's more than just the teenager like, oh, I don't want to do it. Like, she literally just has no strength to even do the things she wants to do. So we got to watch this even in our children, not just adults. The effect of the metabolic system on the endocrine system, the other way, is obesity and insulin resistance. So someone who's gotten diabetes has a metabolic issue. A metabolic and an endocrine issue. There's an imbalance there and they're not properly supporting each other. The metabolic disorder and the hormone imbalances, nutrient availability and hormone production. And there are doctors out there who can help, like functional medicine doctors who will address only the endocrine system and only the metabolic system. Because if you can get the metabolic system healed and regulated and working properly, everything else falls into line under it.
This is why doTERRA works so hard to create the metabolic,
Yes.
the Metapower
The Metabolism.
Yeah.
system is a system, yeah.
And it's also why it's so important to use the plants and the oils especially for emotional and mental regulation. Because if we can regulate our emotions and have that calm mind, and we've talked about this before, that we cannot hear God's voice in the chaos. We can see his work and his glory, but we don't hear him unless it's in the stillness. Our body, our mind has to find stillness in order to function, in order to not be in stress, in order to have optimal health, but also to hear God's voice. So respiratory and metabolism. The metabolic system and the respiratory system are intricately connected and rely on each other to maintain the body's energy balance, to remove the waste products, to regulate the pH levels, and their interplay is essential for proper functioning of the body and overall health. And every single system says this. It's integral. Like these are things we just cannot do without. Don't you just love this?
I
Yeah.
love that.
Makes me want to breathe more
Yeah.
like this. Whew. Like we breathe the flowers into our lungs. It goes straight up to our brain.
Exactly.
Perfect rendition. I need some art like that. And so respiratory system and metabolism and energy production is related to the respiratory system. Gas exchange and waste removal. Gas exchange, like oxygen in, carbon out. So if your metabolic system isn't working correctly, the gas exchange, you might not get enough oxygen into your body, and some people have a hard time getting enough oxygen. A regulation of the pH balance. Our pH balance is very important for digestion, for all the hormones, for the urinary system, etc. So muscles and metabolic system, they're also interconnected through oxygen consumption and energy expenditure. So during exercise, the muscles require more oxygen to meet the increased energy demand, and then the respiratory system responds by increasing the rate and the depth of breathing to deliver more oxygen to the muscles and remove the carbon dioxide so you don't poison yourself. The metabolic system, also known as our energy system, provides the necessary energy for the muscle contraction and movement. The muscular system, on the other hand, consists of muscles that contract and generate force to produce movement. The metabolic system and the muscular system work together to supply energy, remove waste products, maintain homeostasis during physical activity, and the efficiency and coordination of these two systems determine an individual's ability to perform different types and intensities of exercise. So if someone says, oh, I have a heart problem, okay, so go exercise. Yes, but how bad is this heart problem? So we have to be very careful when we advise people what to do. If their heart is weak and we tell them go run stairs, they could have a heart attack, God forbid.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too much because their
much,
metabolic system is not able to keep up with that muscular demand. And so the muscles cannot function as they should. So we have muscles all over our eyes, muscles in our eyes, in our mouth, in our heart. The muscles in your calves help to pump the heart. You need stronger heart, just do this. See how many times you can do this and then not have sore muscles the next day. Not so easy. Even when you're just sitting on the floor there, if you just, take your heel off the floor You just raise up on your toes, just back up like this. Yeah, even when you're sitting, if you just
10 minutes.
fidget a little bit like this pumps your heart, it increases this is like the second heart pump in your calves. That's why walking is so important. And
Right, yeah.
people who have ADHD have stronger hearts usually. Why? Not because of the stress, because they're constantly like, I can't sit still, I'm pacing back and forth, I'm fidgeting,
Yeah.
I have nervous leg syndrome. Like,
Wow.
it's strengthening their heart though.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so don't tell them to stop moving, just tell them to do it in the back of the room. They have strong hearts.
Wow.
And it does help to kind of calm them down a little bit, especially if you give them some oils to smell while they're pacing and fidgeting and moving. Give them oil so their brain is calming down, their emotions are calming down, and okay, the cardiovascular system's getting strengthened. Oh,
Something's missing.
oh yeah, the picture of the Metapower.
Maybe if you hit it, will it come down?
Oh, wait, I got it again.
So strange. 1 second. No, it doesn't. No, it does not want to come up.
It's interesting,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Oh, maybe it's behind a. No.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah,
doesn't
maybe,
want to show.
yeah.
Okay. So we know what the Metapower. We know what the Metapower box looks like, right?
Yeah.
Here's one of the little sessions.
Right.
So there's a whole kit, and I'll pull it up afterwards to show on the screen. We have a whole kit that addresses both the metabolic system and the collagen, and we have the hexture on it, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
We have hexture.
Huge, which is humongous.
On the collagen?
Yeah.
Yes, we have hexture. I send it.
Yeah, on the
I send it
Metapower.
all the group. Yeah.
So in the States you
Also,
can get
vegan.
gum. Here we get the oil in drops, a 15 ml drop. I put a couple drops in my water bottle in the morning. We have the little sachet. You just put that in a glass or like a metal water bottle. Shake it up, drink it. It tastes okay. Yeah, it's very decent. The gum is really yummy, but that's only from the States. I don't think we can get it in Europe yet, right? And then there's a complex, so a whole foods complex that you take one a day. And this is, it's very easy to take, but you don't want to do it in the evenings because, we've been talking this whole time about energy production.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to wonder why you can't sleep anymore,
Not after
it will
5
actually
o'clock.
help you sleep. So don't take it after 4 or 5 o'clock.
What not to take after 4? What not?
And any of it.
Any Metapower not to take
Yeah, I mean,
after
you could
4.
take the collagen,
Even
collagen?
but,
Even the oils?
oh yeah, definitely
the
don't
oil,
take the
the
oils.
oil.
Okay, it'll keep you up.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
The
because
oil
that's
too? But I take the oil
Yeah.
after 5.
Yeah.
But
Really?
the
It's meant-
advantage is
it will.
after 5.
Don't encourage people to, because
Ah.
the Metapower oil blend is a replacement of the Smart and Sassy.
Right.
It's
right.
it's an updated
Yes.
version in
Yeah.
2.0, and this has kept people up for weeks.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
because it is energy production, and so
Yeah.
it might not
Maybe
affect
it's,
everybody the same.
Yeah, well,
Like with my daughter Anneli, who has ADHD, if she takes energy things, except for sugar, but if she has caffeine or Metapower or anything like this, it doesn't change her. It doesn't keep her from sleeping. If she eats sugar, she's off the walls.
because I thought they tell you to take the beetroot or the
Yeah.
gum,
Mhm.
like suppress your appetite. Let's say you have craving, but
Uh-huh.
instead of eating snack,
Mhm.
you take the beetroot and the gum.
Yeah. Yes.
So
But
it's okay
if
in the
it's a
evening, people tend to snatch.
Yes.
to nosh, well, first of all, stop eating in the evening.
I know.
It will
That's
repress
right.
your appetite in general. You don't need to
Yes.
take it all day long to repress the appetite. Try, if you're having a problem with appetite and cravings, really try to see what's happening emotionally and in your digestion. So eat more balanced diet, breathe in balancing oils, and check your emotions. Where are you getting your source of pleasure, your source of comfort, your source of peace, your source of adventure and trying new things? All these things we really go to a lot in food, and it's not appropriate. That's not what food is for. And it's kind of a Band-Aid that never replaces the real thing, and eventually we start to feel so empty and separated, and we just eat more and more, or we eat worse and worse. And it doesn't help at all. So in general, it really does help to suppress the appetite from inappropriate eating, let's say. And if you need to do it at night, just notice, are you able to have a good night's sleep all night long? Are you able to go to sleep when you need to, and you sleep deeply and you can wake up refreshed? If you can't, then just try not taking it after 4 or 5, any of the oil. Because it is going to increase the energy and speed up the metabolism of it. It's also balancing though, okay? So this is not just to get skinny, to lose weight, but some people are out of balance the opposite way. They're too skinny, they're underweight, they're naturally anorexic, you know? So this will balance their endocrine system and their metabolic system, and they will gain a little bit of weight. As your metabolic health increases, the more your body balances in all areas. So your metabolic health and your biological age are inseparable. That person who looks 20 years old when they're 60 has a very, very healthy metabolic system. And the one who looks 60 when they're 30 has a very, very unhealthy metabolic system. So the process of our biological aging is very, very much due to the metabolic health. This is why I hate to hear people talking about, oh, I'm older, so I'm sicker. No, you're older because you're sicker, not the other way around. So as we age, our metabolic function does as well, but more because we're not keeping up with it, more because we're not taking care of it, and less about the years that you've been using it. Your metabolism influences the energy, the weight, the body composition, even cognitive function, brain health. The stronger and healthier our metabolic function, the better we're going to feel from the inside out. So the MetaPower system is the first and only system that synergetically provides support for healthy metabolism, curbing cravings, sustaining normal range glycemic and insulin response evenly throughout the day, naturally promoting cellular energy. And if we need more, and also take your DDR prime with this for the cellular regeneration, so that you have a better cellular information when the cells are reborn. Combined with a healthy lifestyle, the MetaPower products help you feel and look great and younger. Okay, so about the MetaPower system specifically, the MetaPower blend may support healthy metabolic function when ingested, reduce the absorption of simple carbohydrates and sugars. It contains 9 of the collagen tripeptides. Tripeptides or tripeptides?
I think it's
Tripeptides? Which clinical research has shown to boost skin appearance by promoting skin density, increasing firmness, decreasing wrinkles, and improving hydration. Because we need that collagen in all of our skin levels, especially the outer levels, for hydrate. It helps to keep the hydration in our skin. The soft gels may decrease appetite, support mindful eating, improve exercise performance. And the beadlets can promote mindful eating and appetite control. The beadlets are the same ingredients as in the soft gels and in the bottle. It's just different forms for easy access, on the go. And that is it on the metabolism. Thank you for learning us. Please join us on YouTube at Naturally Go Naturally.
Thank you.